Welcome back, guys. We are Ali Hasnan and Pascal Hausberger. We haven't done this intro in a long time, but we're gonna start again this way. How are you doing, man? You have a watch that I didn't notice until now. Can you tell us more about it?
Which watch? Oh, this watch? Ah, yes. I only just noticed it myself.
Dude, you cannot wear it a bit tighter because it seems to be sliding down your wrist.
Yeah, no, this is the tightness that is required.
Okay, all right. Well, it looks great, man. I was thinking about getting one for Black Friday as well because everything was much cheaper, but I missed the freaking deadline for certain watches.
Is Black Friday over or what?
Yeah, it was this weekend, dude. Oh,
Wasn't
man.
it the whole week?
Well, that was like, I don't know, Black Friday week, but then on Amazon they had just the weekend. I don't know, it was also the week. Yeah, it was until Monday.
Because they kept saying Black Week over here. Black Week.
Yeah, so did you get some stuff? I got a bunch of new stuff.
No, I didn't. I didn't buy a single thing.
Really?
Yeah.
No consumerism on your end?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. No. You didn't get tempted at all?
I didn't see anything, so I didn't even look.
Okay. Wow, I bought a bunch, dude.
Yeah, what'd you buy?
I bought some books because they were cheaper. I want to get a watch, but I missed the deadline for that because everything was sold out already. I got do you know Dr. Seuss? Have you read Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, Dr. Seuss. Sorry, not Zeus.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss. Have you read some of his stuff?
My father, Dr. Seuss. Oh, father, I'm bored. Dr. Seuss.
Hercules in New York. Have you seen the movie? Yeah, you've seen the movie, right?
No, come on. It's so Dr. Seuss and then...
Yeah, Dr. Seuss. So I got his book because I love his book, All the Places You'll Go. And I saw that was on discount, so I just got it. It was like €6.
Which one is that book?
It's a very popular book still because people buy it for their kids or relatives whenever they have some kind of graduation. So I did not go through any graduation now, but I really love the book. So it's a very common gift whenever a kid graduates from kindergarten to primary school or primary school to middle school to high school to college to work. Each of those transitions, it's a very popular gift because it's about starting new chapters in life. And obviously he has a very fun writing style and cool drawings. And it talks about, just keep trying new stuff. You'll find your way. And there will be a lot of moments where you will struggle and feel lonely and feel hardship. But just keep going and eventually you'll be successful. That's basically what it's about. And it's very nice.
That's a great book, man.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss,
feel like Dr. Seuss has some...
Yeah, I feel like I haven't read that book, so I feel like I should. Is it there like a main character or is it more like
it's
narrative with images?
Yeah, it's just
stuff?
one person and it's supposed to be you.
Right.
Because he's talking about the places you will go. And
right.
And everything rhymes, obviously. And have you seen Lorax, the movie?
No.
Ooh, it's so good, man. It's based on one of his books or characters. And it's about environmentalism. It's really good. It's really nice.
Like
and the music is awesome.
What do you call it?
Animation.
A live action movie?
No.
Animation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Danny DeVito voices the Lorax.
Oh, nice.
It's
dude, I
really,
love Danny DeVito, dude.
Yeah, man. He's. I mean, we have to love him because we're Arnold fans. So by connection, we love Danny DeVito too, right? If Arnold loves anyone, then we love him too.
Yeah. I saw an interview with Arnie in like 1994. And the guy was like, it was David Letterman, and he was trying to like make fun of him for getting pregnant. And then and just the way that Arnie handled it, he was like, it doesn't matter to me. And
pregnant in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's Junior. Really funny because in the 90s and also bleeding into the 2000s, the culture was very different, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a man, you couldn't show feminine kind of tendencies and stuff. So I think Arnie had to be very careful to keep up his like masculine aura, but also not be offensive
Right.
or and a time where it was very easy to be offensive, where it was accepted to be offensive,
Yeah.
and not be offensive to like the to like this idea that you're not supposed to be feminine and you're not supposed to do feminine things and stuff like that.
I mean, we talked about this, I think, offline, not on the podcast, but you mentioned how, although you love Friends, the series, it has a lot of homophobic tendencies, which would not be accepted nowadays.
For sure. I mean, it's just not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Like it was funny back in the day, but it's just not funny anymore. Like the cornerstone of pretty much all of Chandler and half of Ross's jokes are that they're not men. They're not manly. Their jobs are not manly. Their identity is not manly. Their hobbies aren't manly. That's like half the. And when they try and do manly stuff, like play football or rugby, then they make a complete ass of themselves. You know, it's like a joke.
What's a manly job?
Well, like that's how it's portrayed in the show, that like Ross being a dinosaur expert, and he's, you know, in the show he's very, I think he's pretty good in his field. Anyways, the point is that
he's a professor of Indiana Jones. We talked about that, right?
Yeah, and him being a good natural science, so how do you call it? A PhD in natural science.
Yeah,
it's seen as a wimpy thing. Like they make fun of it. The fact that Chandler likes baths, the fact that Chandler knows how to take baths,
baths.
To take baths. The fact that he knows how to pluck eyebrows, all these things are like, you know, made fun of. The fact that sometimes they want to hug but they never hug, you know, and then they, you know what I mean?
Even a hug, like, oh my god.
Even Ross's thing, dude. I'm not criticizing the show. It's just but it shows you how the culture was different. That's just what was accepted back then. And the fact that Ross likes to go home and play checkers to wind down, that's also, it's a gag. Fun of, you know, it's a joke. So
yeah, that's too bad. But
yeah, but it shows you that's just how culture works, man.
Yeah,
like we evolve and we realize things, and you know, we move on or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, you can imagine how Friends was so influential. It definitely had an impact on society and people. You know.
Yeah, because it was a complete. It was like a really nice, you know, heartwarming, nice portrayal of, you know, society at the time. Yeah. You know.
Well, dude, speaking of checkers and show, I watched Queen's Gambit. Have you seen it?
Dude, everyone is telling me about this show. Is it worth it?
I mean, I don't think it's as good as people say, to be honest, but it is interesting. It's good. I mean, the main actress was amazing. She was really good in the role. However, the idea, I think the most fun idea of like a chess prodigy through visualization, etc., that was much better portrayed in an Austrian book, actually, Schachnovelle by Stefan Zweig. Oh. And people don't know about this because Stefan Zweig is not, I mean, he is pretty famous, but not, you know, and they kind of I don't know if they copied the idea, but the idea is pretty similar. Just in Schachnovelle is even more dramatic. So, anyways.
Well, that's a good book recommendation.
Yeah, Schachnovelle, check it out, guys. It's really good. It's also very short. So it's about, I won't spoil, but it's really good.
Oh, why don't you spoil it?
I mean, I wouldn't spoil. I mean, it's about chess, but mainly it's about Holocaust.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it's really dark, good.
Really quick.
Yeah, very dark, but really good. And yeah, another show, The Crown. Have you seen The Crown?
The Crown. My dad told me about it.
Is everything gonna be an Arnold?
For sure, The Crown.
For sure. Come on.
The Queen's Gambit.
Queen on B14. Is there even a 14? No, I don't think.
What is Arnie's Queen's Gambit?
Dude, he loves playing chess, by the way.
He just takes a machine gun out and just like and shoots
Checkmate.
The queen. Checkmate. Forfeit your life.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's a great chess player. He always played with Franco.
Dude, Dude, I've got a. Why don't we switch gears a little
No,
bit?
no, no. I just wanted to talk about The
okay,
Crown
go
for
on.
just a sec. Have you seen it? No, you haven't seen it.
No.
Great show, really good. I highly recommend it. I mean, the production value is incredible. The acting is incredible. But there also you see, man, like we were talking about hugging. Jesus. Like, at least the way it's portrayed, the royal family, they don't even hug each other, man. It's insane. Like, even the family wouldn't really hug each other. Like, you see Prince Charles doesn't really give his son a hug. Like, the queen, when she gets a hug by Princess Diana, it's like really awkward. Like, all this stuff. You know? There's so many... And it's funny because... I don't know if I should mention a name, but a friend of ours, a mutual friend, he studied in the UK, and he said, like, this actually happens a lot. He saw with his British friends how when their dads visited the campus, they didn't see each other for months. They just like give a handshake to each other.
Dude, it's so fucking weird. I know this from English people. They'll like see their kids and they'll be like, all right. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You haven't seen each other in like 4 years. And you're like, all right. And then like, if it's been a long time, then handshake. But if it's just been like a week, then it's just like, all right. It's like a nod. All right.
Yeah, it's so odd, man.
Yeah.
It's I mean, we would give each other a hug, but I guess it's so...
Yeah.
I don't know.
My favorite thing is in Austria, like the rite of passage for a son is when he starts calling his dad by his first name. It's like that's when you become a man, is when you start calling your dad like Franz. Like, Herrst Franz, wie geht's dir? It's like,
hey, that's actually true. That's very true.
It's true.
Dude,
like
you call your dad also
like,
by first name.
Yeah, but only
so
when
you're a
he's
real
like,
man.
He's like, no, only when he's like 20 kilometers away. I would never dare to call him by his real name.
Oh.
I would never be like, Asif, hey, Asif, come over here. Let's have a, let's
I thought
chill.
that's what you do, actually.
No, never. Never.
You don't have the
like,
guts to do so?
No, it's just weird. He's my dad. He's not my freaking buddy.
But why do you call him
what's
by...
up, dude? Let's hang out.
Okay.
Because it's funny. It's funny. Because I shouldn't do it, and I do it.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny. Yeah.
Okay.
To me, at least, it's funny.
Do you want your kids to call you by first name or just dad?
Hell
Daddy-o?
no, dude. Hell
Sir?
no, man. Daddy-o. That's...
Daddy-o?
Sir,
Nice.
exactly. Director. They should call me director. Director Hasnan.
Would you send your kids to military school?
Sure, man.
Really?
I wish I'd gone to military school. It would have saved my dad so much hassle.
What about you, though? You wouldn't be this funny.
Who knows? You never know. You never know.
You
how
never
things
know. I mean, it
develop,
doesn't...
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. So it's like, yeah, you just never know. So, all I know is that the discipline I would have learned, I could have used. That's all I know about military school. Yeah. All right, dude. Let's switch gears a little bit.
You think one day? Sorry, one more thing. You think one day every company goes through this flat hierarchy thing? They want to be cooler and attract more people, so they're like, oh yeah, you don't have a direct boss. We're all equal. Do you think military will adopt that too someday? Because it's so hierarchical, but they're like, no, we're gonna be, because less and less people will go to the military.
I don't think that the military can ever afford to do that. I think, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's weird.
No,
like so many countries don't even need a military anymore, right? Because they're just they're being defend. Like most of Europe,
I mean, yeah,
has like a pathetic military because it's really protected by the US, right? So I think over time, like, militaries will probably go down. I mean, my buddy Phil, he scared the shit out of me yesterday because I was like, oh yeah, it's actually, if you look at all the metrics, it's actually pretty good, in terms of war. There's so little war compared to like 100 or even more years ago. Because this whole idea that we need land, because back in the day you needed land to survive. If you didn't have land, you would starve. Yep. Now it doesn't work like that anymore. We've got this world economy. Everyone is like, there's different balances, but everyone is kind of like sending food everywhere, and everyone, we've got all these systems in place that allow a lot of these problems that used to exist to not exist anymore. And then I was like, so there's no need, like borders are kind of, they have some value, but they don't have the insane value that they had before. Before they were like, borders meant life or death. Now they don't mean life or death. So that's why I think it'll just be less and less military conflicts and more like economic conflicts and stuff. And then he was like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And he was like, what happens when global warming occurs and land starts to become less, right?
Yeah.
Or agricultural land starts to become less.
Yeah.
Then we might again have these issues, you know, where resources are limited. And that scared the crap out of me. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's going to happen for sure, man. If you think immigration now is a problem, just think 20, 30 years from now when there's less and less water and before people will starve to death or thirst to death.
You mean more water?
No.
Too much water.
No, less.
Too much water.
No. What?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait.
If the rivers
rises, but then it rains.
And you can't
less,
drink seawater. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay.
And I mean, I don't think and water will be polluted, a lot of it, and there's certain countries that won't have a water problem, I think, like Austria, because we have a lot of mountains and a lot of sources. But other countries like Northern Africa, I think, I mean, a lot of it is desert already. So, yeah, well, let's see.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so remember you called me about Pandemic?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
the
so
game,
for
the
people
board
who
game.
don't know,
Not Corona.
for the people who don't know, if you want to play the greatest board game ever, it's called Pandemic Legacy Season 1. Amazing.
Yeah.
Season 1. Best fucking board game ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how we met, dude. That's our that's our love story,
it was our
dude.
Cupid. It was our Cupid. But dude, did you end up finding a group or did you end up buying it?
Nah, so actually the board game company or the store, they called me the other day telling me to pick it up. So I'll go in the next days to pick it up, maybe today. And
nice.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know, it feels like my buddy Tarek definitely wants to do it, but other people in our friends group don't really want to play, so I'll have to see, but I'll definitely get the
Well, you just
game.
need one more person.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because 3 is the ideal.
I think so. I think our buddy Salome is also really into it. James, unfortunately, Smooth James, who we nicknamed, right? Smoother James from another episode. He's not really into it, I feel like. So we'll have to see. But yeah, if he is, that's awesome. And the week before.
Is he doing the Asian thing where he's like, oh, sure, yeah, just send me an invite on the calendar. I'll make sure to... Sorry, I've got...
No. No, he's busy, so that's why he didn't have time. Let's see. How about you? Did you find a group?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I bought it for Kat and Akira, and then we played over the weekend, and we made it to, like, June, dude. We made it, like, we
You
did,
played
like,
already?
Yeah, we played and we made it to freaking June or something, man.
Oh man!
Like we powered through it. They got I think especially Kat, she got really into it.
Dude, it's the best game ever. It's the best game ever.
Yeah, it's so good.
How's
so
it?
good,
3 people? That's still okay with instead of 4? I mean, it's fine.
No,
right? Yeah.
3 is the ideal. 3 is the ideal.
Oh really?
I think
Not
with
4?
4 it becomes. With 4, it's like it's still fun, but the problem is that everyone gets very little turns. You know, you have very few things. You have very few things you can do, and with 2, I've never really played it. I think with 2, so I can't really comment on that. But
sure
I've also read that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's always fun. But 3, I think I've even read that 3 is the ideal. It's the best pace, the best amount of decisions, you know, you get to do and all that stuff. So I think 3 is probably the...
What do you think of this? Because I was thinking in that one friend group, there are a couple more people as well. So we might have other people joining in as well. And I thought, okay, actually that would be possible if we just make joint decisions. So I know there are only 4 roles in total, but people could share a role, right? Kind of. Know what I mean?
Yeah, because sure you could. I mean,
we're making joint decisions anyways because it's like a team effort.
Yeah, I mean, I tried my best with Kat and Akira to just let them make decisions because I have this thing where I always plan ahead and then I think my decision is the best. Anyways, whatever. So I just tried to keep my mouth shut. And Kat likes to, even though we're playing together, I think she likes the idea of it being a competition more.
Oh, okay.
So she never plans she never tells you what she's going to do. She just does it, right? Whereas with Yasmin and you, your sister and you,
and
it was always like we would always, and Victor, we would always talk about every single
Dude, that was the fun
before we
part.
did it.
That was the fun part. I remember one time there was this situation where we were like, oh my God, we're going to lose this. We're going to lose this. The pandemic is going to break out. And it was, I think we just had 4 turns left. And then we were just sitting there, all of us just racking our brains what to do. And then we finally got to we realized, oh my God, we could actually do it in 3 turns. And then remember, we were freaking out. We were ecstatic.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so much fun, man.
Dude, it's the best game ever, man. It's
do you think people, do you think in the government, in the CDC, people are reacting like this too? Regarding
for sure,
COVID,
dude. They're probably using it. They're probably using it. It's like,
board game.
According to our pandemic simulation, COVID is gonna break out in these and these. In
3 turns we can beat it.
Kinshasa, Cairo, Istanbul. Those are the next 3 hotspots.
Dude, the game is awesome, man. I can't believe. Oh, it's so good.
It's so much fun, right?
It's amazing. It's amazing. I wish we could play together, but anyways, we can't again.
But anyways, what we are gonna play whenever we have the time or whenever we're together again is we'll play Pandemic Season 0, because Season 2 is supposed to be good, but Season 0 is supposed to be the bomb diggity. It's supposed to be really, really amazing. Yeah.
But it's like a different plan, right? Card map.
I know. I think it's the world map.
Is it?
Season 0.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, Season 2 we started together. I don't know if you were there, but
I
we started, and
there.
that one that's in the future, and the world has become like you know what I'm saying? And Season 0 is in the past.
Oh.
And Season 0, you have to, instead of treat diseases, you have to treat or eliminate, I guess, spies. So it's a spy thing. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, so instead of cubes, like disease cubes, there come like little spy
Oh my God,
men.
that's so much fun.
Yeah, so I watched a review without spoilers, obviously. So I watched a review, and that's all he explained.
That's so much fun.
That's the game. And he said that, in his opinion, guaranteed, and it's a really famous reviewer on YouTube. Sit Down and Shut Up, I think it's called. And is he
like your Dutch? Is he Dutch as well, good. Like your guitar tutorial guy?
No, he's British. No, he's British.
Okay. I was hoping for a Dutch accent.
All
again.
I can say, how can you compare Season 2 and say it's a 9? It's not perfect. Well, because I'm comparing it to the most amazing game ever, Pandemic Season 1. He's amazing, man. I fucking love this guy.
Is he a big fan of Pandemic too?
He said Season 1 is probably the best board game he's ever played. And the only reason Season 2 is not the best board game, or one of the best, is because it's a follower of Season 1.
And about Season 0 then?
Season 0, I believe, from what I saw the review, I believe he was saying that it lives up to Season 1. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think
we have to play that one.
I think he said it lives up. Yeah. Okay. I really want to play Season 0. I still need to finish up Season 2.
I mean, how are you advancing? Are you guys winning, or? I mean, if you're already in June, that means you probably won.
Well, so no, you don't really know when you've won until the end, right?
No, but each month, right? You can win each month.
Well, yeah, I think we lost. I think we lost 3 and we won 3, something along those lines.
Oh man, when you lose, it's so frustrating. It really hurts.
It is, but you know, I feel like it's going pretty. I feel like it's going pretty well in the session with it feels too easy, but you know, you never know. Things might break out.
I mean, you lost 3 times. How can it be easy?
So that was the first 2 we lost, right? Okay. The first 2 we lost, and I felt like, because I was not saying anything and I was letting them make their own decisions, and I think they were just getting a feel for the game, and now they understand, you know, what's at stake and how to win and stuff. So now I think it's really, dude.
Because remember, there's times when whole cities are gone forever. And you can't even enter. Oh my god, that was so much.
Dude, no spoilers,
okay,
dude.
No spoilers. Oh, dude, what a great game.
Dude, man.
What a great game.
All I'll say is that I'm very sad to announce this, and I think this happened with us as well, but Atlanta has been burned to the ground.
Oh, man.
No, sorry, it's not been burned to the ground. We lost our research station, and it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot to have lost our research station.
Yeah. Damn.
But
happens, dude. Jesus. Atlanta apparently has a great comedy scene.
Yeah, we'll always love you.
Dude, what's your favorite rom-com?
My favorite rom-com? I don't know, but I'll tell you the one that probably had the most impact.
Oh.
A Walk to Remember.
Oh, shit, I haven't seen that one. Okay.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Is it with Channing
Mandy
Tatum?
Moore.
Oh.
No, it's with Mandy Moore. It came out in 1998 or something, or 99. Wow. And I watched it in the cinema with my homies. So we had this cool crew back in the day. We were all... So in our grade, they were mostly Chinese, Indonesian. And I was like the Indian in the group. And we called ourselves the group. And we were like... none of us were... We were cool, We were the group and we used to hang out and shit.
Hello.
And we were like the homies, We used to smoke cigarettes together and stuff. And then we went and we watched A Walk to Remember. Oh shit, are you still there?
Yeah. Okay, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it broke down. Sorry. Well, okay. Could you...
Okay, wait.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna keep this in because I was telling a story. I'll just keep telling the story. Sure. Anyways, so the homies, we used to smoke cigarettes and shit together, whatever, and we were hanging out, the group, and then we went into the thing to watch A Walk to Remember. God knows why we went to watch this movie, but every week we would just walk into the cinema and watch a movie. And then we watched A Walk to Remember, and every single one of us was sitting next to each other. We were just looking forward and not looking to the sides because everyone was fucking crying during this movie, man. And none of us wanted to see the other person cry. So we were all just like staring at the movie. But then, so even though we were tough homies and we were like the homies and stuff, we still had enough gentleness in the soul to admit to each other that we cried the next day.
Really?
Yeah, we all said like, yo, that was a sad. I think 13, 14.
Wow, that takes balls to admit that to your friends.
Because we were close. We were like close homies, man. There was
good,
like 7, 8 of
us.
us. And we were,
especially in the 90s. Can you imagine? Wow. Because now that's very common, Now you're brave if you do, It's like respected if you cry in front of other people. But in the 90s...
No, not if you cry in front of other people. Like what? You go out on the street and you're... and people are like...
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice, man. I'd get a lot of applause then.
You just cry randomly on the street or what?
No. But I do love watching other men cry, as you know. So I watch those
that's
scenes.
your favorite thing, man.
Dude,
like when you watch
Ryan Gosling, man.
Ryan Gosling.
Him crying is great. Yeah, I said that on a date once, and it definitely did not go well. Like,
what? So you'd like to watch men cry?
Yeah. Did not. Yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine, another comedian, Abby, I told her that, and she said, "Don't ever say that."
What? That you like to watch men cry?
Yeah, just seems weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen you cry, by the way.
I've never seen you cry. I mean, have you seen all your friends cry or what?
No. But I've had that. Have you seen any of your friends cry?
No, dude. I don't think I've ever seen any of my friends cry. I'm just trying to think.
Really? I mean,
yeah, and like
it's something else. If there's a tragedy, obviously that's and if not, if someone's depressed, I feel like just cry. You'll feel much better. And it's a very human emotion. It's a normal thing. You don't know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering because it is actually weird because I have a lot of friends and I haven't seen a single one of them cry. I think I've seen my brother cry, obviously, but other than that,
Look how you gently put in a compliment about yourself. You know, I have many friends, but I've never seen any of them cry. You know,
Well,
you
it's 'cause
gently
I
put
do.
that in, slide that in.
Well, I gently slid it in because first of all, I slide things in gently, generally.
Oh, not for a long time though, right? Okay, obviously you are not gonna answer that on. Oof, that was
All right.
awkward.
Anyways, yeah, thanks, man. And but yeah, it's true though. I was thinking about it, and I'm very lucky, very blessed in that sense. But I have a lot of friends who I can consider close friends, who I trust, and probably more than I can count on both my both my hands. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
Am I
So-
among those?
Of course, man.
Yeah, even after that awkward
You're
comment I
number
made just
11.
now.
You're the one who tipped. You're the one who made me allowed me to make this amazing analogy with the fact.
Man. Yeah, I mean, it's something so normal. Why would, can you imagine just 50 years ago men couldn't cry? And so they bottle everything up and then get aggressive.
beat their
for example.
wives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's insane.
that's why, dude. Before you beat your wife, just have a good cry, dude.
Yeah,
It'll sort you out.
yeah. Yeah. Do you cry during movies?
No, dude, I cry very rarely. I have to say.
Oh, really?
It's something I'm a little concerned with because one of my buddies he said he cries a lot during movies. He says he cries all the time, and then and I think you also mentioned that you cry during movies a lot. Or from
Not
time
a
to time.
lot, but every now and then, yeah. But
happens,
it's rather seldom. Like Lion. Have you seen Lion?
No.
Dude, oh man, I was sobbing. That movie really hit me hard. That was so good, and it's so sad, but also in a good way, emotional. And oh man, watch it. It's so good.
Oh, you know where I cried? You know, one of the only times I cried watching something
Right.
was when I watched the Netflix Tony Robbins special.
Really?
And the one lady was talking about her
The Brazilian.
her experience. Yeah,
the cult.
Jehovah's Witness or the cult or
it was
whatever.
some cult, yeah.
Some crazy cult, and she was speaking about the experience. And
Yeah,
I think
remember.
that there I cried. I think there maybe one tear came out.
Yeah. Oh man,
that was
that
pretty
was insane. And
That was
several
really good,
people
yeah.
there were crying too, right? Obviously.
Yeah,
And Tony
for sure,
Robbins
for
was
sure.
crying. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
man.
that was an awesome documentary, by the way. It
Yeah,
changed
I'm
my
not your
life.
guru. Dude, that's what I want in my life. My level of success, determination of how successful I am, is I want to have a house where I have that 1 meter by 1 meter pool where I can jump in just to wake up in the morning. That's all I want. That's
Dude,
my
that's
level
awesome.
of success. Yeah,
Dude,
that's what
that's
Tony
awesome.
Robbins says, right?
Yeah.
That
By
just
the way,
freaking has that
I-
one pool. Yeah, anyways, okay.
Yeah. We should wrap it up, but I wanted
Yeah.
to mention that Wim Hof. Have you heard of this guy? The Ice
Yeah,
Man?
I've done it actually a couple of times.
Yeah. What do you
Mhm.
think of that? The whole philosophy.
I think it's good, man. I wish I should do it every day. I think there's some YouTube videos. It's for those who don't know, it's the Iceman. He calls himself, or people call him. He breathes a lot. He has these breathing techniques so that you have more cold exposure. He recommends that you take cold showers, cold baths, actually. And he, I think, even climbed Mount Everest just in
Barefoot.
shorts or barefoot and in shorts or something.
Barefoot,
yeah, insane.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
people die like in full gear,
Yeah.
and he just went barefoot.
Yeah. Insane.
Crazy, dude.
I mean, but it shows, oxygen is super important for our body. So I think,
I just
Have
want
you
to
tried
leave
it?
you with this. Yeah. I've tried a little bit of his appy, and I also watched this Joe Rogan interview with this guy
Yeah.
who also does a lot of that breathing exercises, and he was talking about how the systems of breathing that you have, like, so when you're straining yourself and you're breathing like really in and out, and your muscles are starving for oxygen, he said that you can train that system. So if you sit at home and you simulate the breathing you would have if you were running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're training your body's ability to send the oxygen much more efficiently to your muscles. So he's saying that as an addition to jogging, one thing that will help you a lot is literally sitting there and taking 5 minutes out of your life and sitting there and starting doing the same breathing you would have during jogging, because that will then train your body's ability to send the oxygen to the muscles more efficiently, and then you'll be better at jogging, or it'll be less strainful jogging if you practice that actual thing. So that was super interesting to me. So
super interesting.
Yeah, so I tried to do a lot of that as well,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I'll try that too.
It's good shit.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
As a matter of fact,
man.
I want to go jogging later anyway, so I might try that.
Yeah. So and he was saying, look, every single thing you do, the first action is breathing. So if you're not training your breathing, you're kind of like, the first.
Yeah.
You're not training that first burst of power, or that first kind of the first thing that you have to use, it's not a muscle, but the first system that you have that gets engaged. That one, if you want to be more efficient or more if you want to be better at jogging and all that stuff, then you train that system as well. It'll help you a lot. So yeah,
that makes sense. I mean, breathing is the very first thing we do when we.
Yeah, it's like the fundamental. It's actually the number one thing. But we do sometimes. I mean, and they said that like it doesn't matter which one. If it's fitness training, like at a gym, or if it's jogging, or if it's fighting, whatever it is, it's all about. They always say this is how you breathe during the exercise. And then he said, okay, train that breathing even outside of the exercise, and it will have a positive effect on the exercise itself.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good point. Well, we'll do. Yeah. Breathing is super important. I think most people only breathe into their lungs, right? But you should breathe into your diaphragm.
Very short.
Very short. Yeah.
Very short breath.
Shallow breath, yeah.
Either deeper, here or like in shallow breath. And he said if you breathe into your diaphragm, you expand your rib cage. And then I think you breathe into your diaphragm. He said it presses the organs, or when you exhale completely, it presses the organs together. And he said that's very healthy for the organs.
It's
for
like
the organs to get
organs.
That massage. Exactly.
Okay.
And he's,
wow.
And who knows what kind of like a chain reaction that could have in terms of your health, in terms of keeping your organs,
Also just having more oxygen in your body.
Yeah. All I need is I'll leave. Like we'll cut it off.
Dude, by the way,
I tell this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What? No, tell.
I can't believe that you did not even talk about this, dude. I freaking have this freaking zit. So when you were actually pointing at your mouth, I thought you were like making fun of my zit. Actually.
Why would I care that you have a zit?
I don't know. I thought because you're such a bully. You talk about you never crying, but I'm sure you made a lot of other people cry.
I did make one guy cry, and I really feel bad for that. I wrote him a letter and I apologized, but he never wrote back. So yeah, that was pretty bad.
That you wrote the letter at least.
Yeah.
Maybe you can send him the instructions for the breathing technique, and then he'll reply.
I don't know. Who knows?
No.
Anyways, so I'll leave you with this. One of our buddies in school, Pani. This guy never used to talk. I knew this guy for 13 years. This guy never spoke. He only just smiled. He was from Ghana, and all he did was smile. And I thought he only smiled because he had these like perfect white pearly teeth. And all he would do is smile. All you talk to him, and he would just, he would just giggle and smile. And then one day he got drunk, yeah. And all of a sudden, like it was as if 12 years of repression or whatever just got, because he was going nuts. He was like dancing on the street. He was inappropriate comments towards people. He jumped into a 24-hour printing shop and like slid on their table. And was like yeah, and then we were like, yo, I mean I wasn't there, but they were like, yo man, Pani, take it easy. And then at some point another guy who got super drunk, they had to call the hospital for him. And when they called the hospital, they loaded him up into the ambulance, And then the ambulance was about to leave, and as it was leaving, Pani ran up to the ambulance and knocked on the door. And the medic opens the door, and he goes, "All I need is oxygen." And then the medic is like, "What?" Closes the door, and they drive off. And ever since then, this was like 15 years ago. Ever since then, it's a quote amongst our friends, like, "All I need is oxygen," because we have no clue. We have no clue why he needed oxygen. Why, what it would have done, and like he actually like stopped them from going and was like, "All I need is oxygen." Anyways,
are you still in touch with the guy?
yeah, man, Pani's one of my closest friends, dude. We freaking love each other.
Well,
Yeah.
Is he among the 10 or 11 people?
Well, don't make it awkward now. I mean,
What? Does he listen to the podcast? Is he among our 3 listeners?
If he is, then he knows he is, and if he isn't, then you're making me say it, and then it's like,
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, then I would send it to this clip to him so that I'm among the 10 and not the 11.
Never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know, man. Pani's taken a recent interest in my escapades of late. And
because you're talking about oxygen now?
He might be like, "Yo, let me listen to all the podcasts."
Whenever you make impressions of your friends, it's always high pitch, man.
All right, let me tell one more. Let me tell you one more Pani story.
Okay.
No, I don't want to tell this story.
No,
right,
come
let's
on.
Sign up. No, this one is actually a little personal. So.
Okay, yeah, don't. All right, guys, we didn't have any listener questions this week, but we are always open for them. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Send us.
We need to. Forget that, man. We need to start doing a regular schedule. We need to get those promos out again.
Yeah,
I mean, last week's episode is not even out. Last week's episode is coming out on Sunday, and then this week is gonna be on the next Sunday. It's like 10 days old. We need to get back to that regular schedule and those promos, man. And then we can start asking our fans.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with last week's episode, to be honest.
Oh, we can just cut it. Let's just do this episode then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we'll leave all this stuff in as well to show how professional we are.
All right, anyways.
How we discussed it.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll speak to you. We're going to be back next week and speak to you then.
All right, players.
See you
Peace.
guys.